What's good? It's your boy Zara, All Rights Reserved, out here checking out the COVID thing that's going on, just getting some fresh air. I came to talk to you guys to answer a few questions on why I brought up certain people. And they said, what do you mean you're not done with skiing? What else is there you got to say? My intro was the first video. I'm going to get into what I'm saying. Now, they're welcome to comment to correct me if they want to. But if you're man or woman enough, please post with your name. Please post as yourself so I can know who to focus in on, who I want to reveal the next part of the information about. I have info dealing with everyone. It's nothing personal. It's all about the situation revolving around this. Let me know, please, who you are. Don't hide it so that I can properly go at you and know who you are. The same way I show myself, show yourself so I can really focus in on what you're doing. So please let me know. Everybody let me know what your thoughts are. Now, let me put up the first one. Now, the first reason is I went at skiing because of two reasons. One, I saw you hanging out with Genesis. Did you take her on a vacation or something? You were over in Tokyo, Italy. I don't know where y'all were. You went on a vacation with her. Openly, I seen that after X died. That was where you were, period. So then the craziest thing is number two. I was there chilling, watching that, and I noticed something. Before, you had 99 in front of your name. It was 999, am I right or wrong? Now, I know symbolism. I'm a fraternity boy. I know how that works. Okay? But here's the bothersome part about it. The part about it is, I know if you turn it right side up, it reads a little different, okay? Now, even looking at it right side up and thinking about the thing is, yay or nay, if we include TENTACION and Juice WRLD, do they not make 2 and 3? Am I wrong? Do they not make number 2 and 3? And what really clued me in is I saw you had a deal with Empire. I'm like, and you were talking about it, I'm like, yo, how did he get a deal? I was like, where's his music? Then randomly I see music here and there. I'm like, this music is not quality for a deal with Empire. It's not. So then I really started thinking, and I was like, is this myth? Am I bugging or is this really happening? But then the reason I also left it open-ended is because Kid Trunks had a deal. And I'm like, he definitely hasn't produced anything deal-worthy. But then I thought to myself, he was one of the closest people to X. So that makes sense. Maybe. You claim to be close, but Kid Trunks was way closer. He was part of the group he was in. And honestly, I really thought to myself, when I started looking at your page, I said, this is crazy. Because aside from them dealing with that situation, you had a friend earlier, a best friend, that somehow he's deceased now. Rest in peace to him. And I said, wait, that'll make 3. So I said, what is this guy really doing? I was like, what is he really involved in? I really started thinking. Then I'm like, he's hanging out with Jenny on the side. He's speaking like he knew X when I know he didn't hang around X. So I started researching more. I noticed you had a connection to X and Juice WRLD. Bam, found it. You're connected to X and Juice WRLD. And what's crazy is the situation with them both and how they went out. You looking at that and seeing the situation and the symbolism you're putting up, it really started making me think about what's going on with this guy. How is he claiming to be connected to these artists and I never seen a production with them? And that's the truth. I still searched it. I can't find anything you produce with them. I can't even find no album or nothing. So I was like, there's no way he's really even getting the outcome he gets unless he's doing something else. So then I'm putting it together. I'm looking at the name you put and replace Uncle with. I'm like, this guy, either he's trying to do some sorcery level stuff or he sold out big. I mean, he sold out. There's no other way I can explain it. Or else you want me to say everyone around you is dying like that randomly. Best friend level dying. And that's a main quality of the situation for that to work properly. It has to be some level of high friendship or serious friendship, someone that means something to you. So I'm gonna say this once. Ski, my advice to you is be very careful. You can diss me, you can doubt me. I'm telling you, be careful. I'm being honest with you. Bruh, I'm being real with you. I know right now you're like, oh, nothing ever. I'm telling you, be careful. I'm looking all around him, looking at the fact you don't have a deal, but he does. It makes no sense to me. And when I'm looking at that and seeing how X and Juice went out, I'm like, yo, that makes sense. Let me tell them to be careful. So now I go doing research and start looking some more. And guys, excuse me, COVID out here, you got to be safe. I'm trying to look and I'm thinking. And as I'm thinking, I'm getting a bigger picture. I'm saying this guy's barely done music that's noteworthy or something. I even looked at the music he put on the album. It's not quality that I would sign you at all. And I'm like, yo, let me really look deep. I start seeing that symbolism and now I don't know who the person is you're trying to use as a master mage. I can guess it. But the thing is, the people you're connecting yourself to is starting to explain the picture. Then I'm seeing that you're going for the woman X was with. You're hanging around her. Even if you say your brother, sister, you're hanging around with her. And then I'm seeing some of the things she's doing and how you two are defending each other. If you guys didn't know, he personally messaged me when I first exposed both of them in unison. And then I asked him to explain what he's saying. He couldn't even explain it because there's no explanation. I already got it. I caught you. There was nothing to say. You realize, dang, he's onto it. How are you going to talk to somebody who's older, wiser, involved in more, knows how that stuff goes? I know how that go. You could say, oh, we're brother, sister, we're friends. Listen, no. You're not taking her on trips as a brother, sister. I'm not stupid. Come on now. So then, from their reaction, I started thinking. And when I looked, I found 3 people around them deceased that happened to be friend level. So here's my thing. That would be enough to get him into the game. That would be more than enough. That's why I'm saying, Ski, be careful. If he is, let's say I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying if I am right, Ski, be careful. You don't want to play that game. You want to be on your own, solo, dolo, a part of something, not using everybody as a best friend. Because what I'm telling you is that leaves you open-ended. If he ever needs again, you're right there. And you're a close friend with him, so you're open game. I'm telling you, be very careful with this type of thing. I'm looking at his page and I'm seeing him who he said RIP to, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. He's saying RIP to a close friends all the time. I look down your Twitter and I seen that. I'm like, yo, that's funny style. Funny style. Really. Because when I actually started looking at people, I was like, these guys are just a cover for that. I said, there's something else going on. And the common person between X and Juice WRLD is you. It is DJ Scheme. You are the common person between X and Juice WRLD. You knew both of them. Because there's 2 other people I looked at. I'm like, they didn't know Juice though. But then I looked at your page. You were actually linking up with Juice to do music. Were you not? I found that funny. So what I'm doing is responding to the fact he said, why would you ever mention him doing something? Because someone wanted to know in detail. And because I'm fraternity and I know their fraternity, hopefully that makes sense. That when I found it and they were both on his page, and then every time they were deceased, the way he'd mention them, he'd connect himself to them. I'm like, yo, he's the common link between those 2 people being gone. I found it so crazy. And you know all the people that were around that I got information on that even gave Juice what he got to lead him to that situation. We're just going to leave it like that. Because what we're addressing is X's situation. And when I saw you were the common link and everyone else I was speaking to really didn't know what I was talking about, I'm like, yo, that makes no sense. But then I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about you. But when I looked at you were the one speaking about it, and then I really thought about it, I was like, bingo, bang. It was like right there. I said it was right in front of me the whole time. I was like, yo. Then I go on Twitter, and you took away 19. It was 999 Scheme. You took away the uncle and put that. Now it's 99 or whatever. So I'm like, yo, what is this guy involved in? I'm saying it's funny style how he's not really making anything that's a hit. He's not really involved in anything special. But somehow he got a deal with Empire. I thought Kid Trunks was funny, which he still may be, because I seen the receipt with you and Jenny. You still got to answer that. You still ain't answer that. What's up with that? Don't you have an answer? If I'm so wrong, you should answer me right away and shut me up, right? Why'd you send her money? That's a good question. He still ain't answer that, y'all. Don't let him slide with not answering that. If he's authentic, he'll answer that and shut me up. Period. And I'm ready to be shut up if it's true that there's something with it, that I'm just over exaggerating it. Because she hasn't answered it. All y'all did was complain. But once you shut me up on that, you'd be, yo, what I got next, I know you can't shut me up. That's why I want you to kind of speak out about that, because the next one, you can't stop me. The next one, you'll make me immortal. You'll make me a monster off the next one, because I know you can't win with that. And I kind of want to see what members only is going to say after they see this. Hint, hint. Anyways, now, to deal with that situation, that was the situation with that. But this scheme one, it is more on a ritualistic level. And as someone that has experience with those type of things, I can tell y'all, I find it very eerie that you lost. Now, your light-skinned friend, you have him on your page still. And he was going a little while ago, RIP to him. I said, Then X, Then Juice World, That's 3. I'm like, whoa. I was like, yo, I know I'm not just dreaming this stuff up. That's impossible. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Then you have a deal with Empire. I'm like, whoa. Yo, that put 3 and 3 together, if that makes sense to y'all. 3 times 3, I'm like, yo, he gets his full 9s. That's a full deck of 9s. Yo, that's when I knew something was crazy. So when your response to me was those, I really started understanding the picture. I'm like, yo, he doesn't even have noteworthy hits. You don't have no hits in the game. You don't have no music. You're not DJ Khaled. You don't have nothing going for you for me to think that. But X was actually winning. So if he pulled up in something, or if he flashed money, we were like, okay. But with you doing it, I'm like, yo, there had to be something to give to gain. And then it makes sense when I check your page and I seen that stuff. This is why I mentioned him. And I felt confused because I'm like, his response to what I'm saying is not like, yo, you're wrong. This is what happened. Yo, you're not correct. This is me. I didn't do this. His response is just nada. If you guys didn't know, he did personally message me after I mentioned him in Genesis. But he didn't, and I responded to you, yeah or nay. I'm not going to disrespect you and show what we were talking about. You couldn't respond to what I said. You have yet to respond to it. Why not? What's up? If what I said so wrong, why can't you respond? What you don't understand is I try to reach out to these guys. Kid Trunks, he didn't want to speak to me because I brought up the guy who he cheated out of money. Lawfully, he can really get at you. Lawfully. In a court setting, he could get all his money back and some. We already looked into it. So I wouldn't speak up either. You're trying to lay low on that. It doesn't matter how long. There's no limit to it. You still took the money. And Jenny accepted the money you sent her. So honestly, you guys try to throw out little things, try to report stuff. Jenny, you're involved in this. He just did a criminal act. You're involved in it. So if I was you, I would be more quiet. Seriously. Aren't you in a court case? I'll call your judge. I'll call your judge up on the phone and say, yeah, this girl's a thief. Like, stop playing with me, yo. Like, I'm letting you live and let live, but she want to keep throwing shots, little things, like trying to be smart. Like, yo, play your position. If I'm not talking to you, play your position. Do what you're supposed to do, which is shut up and mind your business. That's my last time telling you that. I'll call your judge up on the phone. Stop playing, because I already know that person I was dealing with was related to you. I'm going to leave it at that. We know who I'm... Yo, you know it's the czar. Stop playing with me. I be giving people passes all day, like, yo, and they keep playing with me. Like, yo, chill. Because he did a criminal action. And y'all stealing money, you accepted stolen money. That's what you did. So you don't want to play that game. Not dealing with the case you're dealing with. Not with what they're going to be asking you. Come on now. Stop. What you've been asked, stop. You just put yourself back into harm's way dealing with that. Take your Gekum and mind your business. If you did something shady, it's going to come out anyway. Come on now. If you did something shady, it's going to come out anyway. And we don't want to go there because I got info on that. There's so much stuff I haven't released. They really should be thankful. They should be like, I'm so thankful he's taking this angle. There's so much I didn't release. But bottom line, be careful, Ski. I'm telling you. I looked into it and I seen 3. I didn't know if I'd find 3. I seen 3 people claiming to be friends with him. And when I noticed he's being buddy with you, taking you on the plane and stuff, that's what really cued me in. Something's not right. That's when I first said that. So I'm telling you, something's not right. So you got to be careful and you got to think about this. And I don't care what he says. I'm telling you, I'm someone who deals with that. Obviously, I'm the czar. I'm here. I'm telling you right now. Careful, because I know that lifestyle. And it's never play and nice. Because the stuff he has, it makes no sense. I know it doesn't. Because his production skills aren't that pristine. I could find a normal guy for half his price and still make out like a bandit. Don't just go for the name. Don't go off the name. Go off of talent. You guys stop going off of names. Go off of talent. So, Scheme, can you answer that? Why there's 3 people, including X and Juice WRLD, I find around you that are no longer here with us, and you have a deal randomly? I saw when you signed it, I was like, yo, he didn't even have nothing to present on the table for the deal. But they happen to all be your best friend. Interesting. I just find it very interesting. If he has a response for it, good. If not, whatever. It's cool. Shout out Commenter Nation, Commenter Universe, Commenter Galaxy. The greatest nation since United Nations. We in the building. Shout out all my agents. Stay on the move. Keep doing what you got to do. And Agent M and Agent B, I need y'all to check in so I can grab some stuff. I need y'all to grab some more stuff so I can really confirm whether or not he's involved in this. And all I want to do is ask Z and Y to just chill. Everybody just chill. It's COVID time. Just chill. Stay chill. You know how we do. You know how I rock. It's the Czar, all rights reserved. Shout out Commenter Nation. Greatest nation since United Nations. All rights reserved.